Super Microcomputer was up 3% last week. It's up 6% in the last 3 months and up almost 30% in the last 6 months. It is trending upwards and there is a possible trade opportunity with an upside of 156%. So in this video, I'm going to look at the stock in terms of technical analysis and my thoughts on a future trading opportunity for this top tech stock. Let's take a look. Now, if you find value in my analysis of SMCI today or other stocks on my channel, you may also find value in my email newsletter. If you subscribe, I'll send you trading tips to help you make more profits trading stocks. I'll leave a link in the description below. Check it out. So Super Microcomputer is up 3% last week. It is trending upwards and it looks as if there is a possible entry into this tech stock at around about this price peak here, which potentially could give you an upside of over 150% if you were to trade this stock up until this level up here, the all-time high of 122. So I want to look at this trade opportunity today and give you some ideas of what rules you could use to enter this stock and perhaps maximize the returns. Now, zooming out on the weekly chart for SMCI, it's clear there are some key price levels to watch out for in terms of support and resistance. The first one is clearly the all-time high at 122. So let's mark that up as a possible price target for the future. Now, underneath 122, we've also got a level of around about $102 here where price peaked before falling away. So let's mark that one up. Underneath 102, we've got this low here created in April 2024. That's around $67 and also corresponds to the most recent price peak for SMCI created in February this year. So that could be a target for the future to offer some resistance or support once price gets above it. Now, underneath that level, I want to mark up the most recent price peak here created about 6 weeks ago in week commencing the 12th of May. That peak is this bar here, which is around 47.80. So I'm going to mark that one up. And underneath 47.80, I want to mark up this level here corresponding to this peak created in August 23. And also you can see SMCI did find some short-term support here and also here before falling away. So I want to mark that one up as well. That's around $35. And underneath $35, I want to mark up this level here where SMCI has found support on multiple occasions. All the price action through this period here, October 2023. So I want to mark that one up. That might offer support in the future. And finally, I want to mark up this significant trough down here at around $17. So now, looking at this weekly chart for Super Microcomputer, we can see that this stock is currently trading above this key level of $35 and underneath the price level of $47. Now, zooming in on the weekly chart for SMCI, it's clear that this stock is trending up. Since this significant trough back in November 2024, around $17, the stock has been moving up, creating higher lows as it's been moving up. So you can see it traded up to this point here, pulled back, created a higher base than this level here before creating a second peak at $66. It's pulled back since then. Once again, it's created a higher low before creating the most recent peak here of $47. Now, right now, it looks as if it's having a small pullback and consolidating sideways. So we can see here, the last 4 weeks, price hasn't done much. It's sort of moved sideways. However, the price hasn't fallen below this level here of $38. It's tested it on this week here and also here, and it came close here as well in the first week of June. So there seems to be some short-term support for SMCI around about this $38 level. So let's zoom in a bit further on the weekly chart, and I do want to mark up that $38 level as possible short-term support for this stock. So looking a bit closer now, we can see that it's above this 38 level and it's underneath this 47 level. It does appear to be sort of tracking sideways in the past 4 weeks. So right now, based on the price action over the last 4 weeks, it's not clear yet whether SMCI is going to actually move downwards to test this level and possibly fall into trendline support, or buyers are going to come in and actually push it up to break through this level here of around 47.90. So right now it's sort of just consolidating sideways, going across in this pattern. So since it created this peak and fell back into this support of $38, it has moved up slightly, and that's a positive thing. But it's not clear yet whether price is going to break through this level here or perhaps come back down to test $39 once again. And if it falls through that level, it might fall into the trend line support around $35. Now we can see, looking at this bar here, this is this week's bar, which only includes 1 day of trading. So it'll be interesting to see what this bar does over the next 4 trading days. Will the close this week be higher than these 2 peaks here, or will it come back and perhaps get closer to this level? So this week's bar will give us more directional bias on whether SMCI is going to move up and challenge this level here, or the selling will be too strong and it's going to fall a bit further and find support around about this level here. Either way, the uptrend will still be in place. But we just have to wait a bit longer before potentially taking an entry on this stock. And for confirmation that SMCI is moving up and price is going to increase, we need to see that price is going to take out this peak here of around 47.90. So essentially we're saying the price action needs to do this. It needs to come up here, pull back, find support, and then convincingly break out above this level, taking out this previous peak, showing that the buyers are committed to take the price higher. So once price breaks through this level here, this would confirm an entry for this stock, and price is more likely then to move up to this next level of around $66. So if you were to take an entry at this level, what sort of upside potential is there for SMCI over the short to medium term? So potentially you could enter at this level here using Dow theory, and the upside potential would be around 40% to the first price target of around $66, and that's this level here. If price exceeds this level and buyers come in and they want to take the price higher, the next obvious level would be the price target of around about $101, corresponding to this level back here. And if it keeps going, then it could challenge the all-time high at around 122. And that would be a total potential 155% profit from that entry level. So a great potential on offer. And in terms of your risk management, you could place the stop loss at this key level here of $38, corresponding to these price lows here. So this would give you an overall risk to reward ratio of 8.29 for the total trade. And I think this might play out over 6 months. I think short term, you can probably expect price to get somewhere close to $66 over the next 12 weeks. So that's the upside. What about the downside risk for SMCI? So if price gets rejected at this $48 level again, then we might see price action like this. Price might move up and challenge this level once again in the next few weeks, get rejected, and then selling pressure might take the price back down, breaking this level here of $39, and perhaps price will fall into the support line of the trend line, close to this $35 level. So maybe it'll find support between $35 and $38. Now, if that trend line support is broken, then the downside risk is that SMCI might fall further into this level here of around $25, and past then possibly into 22. So that's the downside scenario. However, right now, the way that the price action is unfolding, I think that scenario is unlikely, and I'm more bullish on SMCI. I think it's going to move up in the next few weeks and challenge that $47 level and trigger a possible entry for that trade that I just discussed. So overall, I'm bullish on SMCI. I think the trading opportunity is on for this stock. I do think the entry will be above this level here of $47, and the potential upside is definitely worth taking the risk. We've got two clear targets, $66 to here and $101 to here, and possibly 2122 for the all-time high. And we're also buying with support at this level here, $35, in conjunction with the trend line support. So in terms of the risk to reward, it's definitely worth taking this trade if it can prove itself and if buyers take the price above this entry level here. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would you take this trade? What are your rules? I'm keen to learn from your experience. Thanks for watching.